You stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right over here. Right over there. Okay. He's your witness, right?
Yes.
What's his name?
Nick Measle.
Nick, tell me what date this party took place.
December 9th.
In whose house?
In
No, look at me.
In Marshall's house.
Who's Marshall? Raise your paw. Thank you. In Marshall's house.
Mm-hmm.
How many people were there?
Around 10.
What time did the party start?
Probably around 7 p.m.
Is it a weekend or a weekday?
Probably a Friday.
Friday. Everybody go to school or work?
Work.
Work. School? Work.
I go to work.
Work.
School, ma'am.
School.
Work.
Work. Okay, so it was a Friday night party.
Right.
What was the favorite beverage of choice? Yours, Nick.
Water.
Water.
Yeah.
Great. And what about yours, Mr. Ingalls?
I'm a big fan of Diet Coke.
Okay. And what about you?
Your Honor, if you're implying there was alcohol consumed, I'm a Muslim. I abstain from it.
So you don't drink?
Yes, ma'am.
No. What about you?
I don't drink either.
Great. So it was all silliness that you decided just to go outside and do this wrestling?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How many people went outside?
Everyone at the party.
And what was the idea? Was it like jousting without those weapons?
No.
Was it wrestling? I want you to describe to me what it was.
So we were watching Street Beefs inside and whatnot, and Nick Measle and Danny got into an altercation.
Danny, raise your paw. That's you.
They got into an altercation
These two.
in the house, and then
About what? Nick?
He was messing with me. Just
Like
kind of
what?
like poking me, sort of like just like doing that stuff. And I told him to stop a few times, and he didn't. And so I pushed him, and then he slipped on the tile.
Okay, you pushed him, he slipped on the tile, and he fell.
Yeah, and then he got upset, and then he wanted to go outside and settle the altercation.
Okay, so outside it wasn't fun anymore.
Right.
It wasn't outside for everybody just to have fun and wrestle around. They were angry with each other.
I wasn't necessarily angry.
But you were angry.
I was upset.
Okay, so we went outside, and what happened?
We started to wrestle, and then he got me into like a chokehold, and then I went to tap, and then he didn't let go. And so Ashton tried to stop him by like getting closer to him.
He tried to stop him by getting close to him?
So-
Was he
Yeah.
going to kiss him? What was he going to do? I mean, he's trying to get close to him, so how was he going to do that? What was he going to do to try to stop this altercation?
so I got involved. I was trying to get
How were you getting involved? You said you were getting closer. I want to know what you were doing.
So Daniel had Nick Measle in a chokehold, and it was a very tight chokehold. Nick Measle tapped, and
Tap by going like this on his shoulder, like, please,
yeah, like, please stop.
please stop.
Yeah.
Okay, and he didn't.
So I get pretty close to Danny. I tell him, you gotta stop. You're gonna hurt him. And then I
What?
used my foot, and I get
What? Just show me with your foot.
I used my leg because his arms were kind of around him.
Okay.
And I kind of went like that,
Around what part of his body?
around his torso. I was trying to get his arms out of like the lock.
Okay, and then what happened?
The altercation ended.
When the altercation ended, did Mr. Elaine complain about anything that was hurt?
No, not in the moment.
Just not in the moment. In which moment? How many moments later?
It was a couple weeks later,
Weeks later.
if not months. Yeah,
Just a second. The incident happened December 9th.
yeah.
Have you seen the plaintiff, other than today, since December 9th?
Only through like call.
That's not my question. What do you mean? You're thinking very carefully. I said, have you seen the plaintiff since December 9th? That's not through a call.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't remember. I can't remember exactly when.
Well, let's
But
try.
it was outside.
Let's try to think back.
Well, guys, it's the classic brawl at the party. Now, someone needs to check on this dude. This guy seems like he's about to start a fight here in the courtroom, and I'm sorry, I don't think Judge Judy's gonna be able to break this one up. I feel like in this situation, it's always guys like this who claim that they have the moral superiority when they were the ones that in fact started the whole thing. He's over here thinking that, well, I got injured during a fight, so I'm gonna sue this guy. But guess what, dude? You're the one who started it. And then all of a sudden you're mad when someone comes and kicks you in the face by accident to break the fight up? I mean, obviously, if there's something going on and the guy's tapping to get out, it wasn't necessarily a fair fight. And guess what? You only wanted this fight because someone pushed you to the ground after you were poking them and annoying them. If you poke the bear, you're gonna find out. So suddenly now this guy's mad and he's upset because he got injured, when in fact he's the one who partook and got involved in this fight to begin with. Guess what would have been the biggest avoidant? If you didn't want to get your jaw kicked or get kicked in the face by this dude or anything like that, maybe you just shouldn't have done a fight or a wrestle in the backyard outside. That would have been totally avoidable. It's always guys like this that think they're just Mr. Tough, but in reality, they're just embarrassed that someone came and kicked him in the face and they don't like the unfair advantage that they had. And suddenly now they just want to get furious. I mean, look at this guy. You can tell that he's angry.
Now, between December 9th and January 9th, did you see the plaintiff?
No.
Did he contact you?
No.
Is that correct?
No.
Tell me when you contacted him for the first time after December 9th.
Less than a week later, I contacted him
By what?
by phone.
You called him? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, it's not an answer. Yes,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
You called him. And did you get him? Did you reach him on the phone less than a week later?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you say to him? What did he say to you?
I let him know that he seriously hurt me that night, and there's something we just have to do about it. We have to confront the situation.
Okay. December 9th is when he allegedly, and I'm going to look at your video because you say it was caught on surveillance. When was the first time you sought medical attention or dental attention as a result of what you allege was a kick in the face?
I initially hesitated to...
I'm not asked, that's not my question. I want you to answer my question. When, after December 9th, did you first seek medical or dental attention?
In August.
Was it medical attention or dental attention?
Dental attention.
I'd like to see the dentist's report.
I have a dentist bill, if you'd like to see that.
I don't want to see a bill.
Okay.
I have no interest in a bill. I have an interest in somehow connecting December 9th to August and him.
Well, in brief,
Not in brief.
I
Directly.
initially hesitated to see any type of attention for it, as I hoped the issue would just go away. That's all. I just hoped the issue would
What
leave
issue?
us.
What issue?
Ashton has left me with a lasting impingement on the left side of my jaw. It impacts the...
I don't know any of that, sir, unless it's in a medical report. All I know is it's a year later, you're here, you didn't go to see a doctor, you didn't go to see a dentist for December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August for almost 9 months, and you want me to somehow equate a fight that happened 9 months before with him. And how are you going to pull that together?
I have evidence this has caused me lasting discomfort. It's a lasting impingement. I've been to several doctors.
Well, I want to see the first doctor that you went to and the doctor's report.
Could I hand this to the bailiff?
Yes, of course.
This is dentistry.
That's in August.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you take this away, please? Tells me absolutely nothing.
When I tried to address the issue with Ashton,
Well, what issue were you trying to address, sir?
the lasting pain in my jaw,
Well, just a second, you said you spoke to him a week later. What were you calling him for instead of a dentist?
I was hoping we could work this out outside.
Work what out? I'm asking you, work what out?
There was an issue created with the lasting impingement with my jaw. I have this issue, and it doesn't seem to be leaving me anytime soon. It affects me whenever I speak. It hurts me right now speaking to you. It gives me piercing headaches. I can't sleep on my face, and that's my preferred way to sleep. And because of that, I lose sleep. It's all because of the
I'm
left
going to
side
see
of
the
my jaw.
video. I don't know what happened to you between December 9th and August 21st when you first went to the dentist.
Well, I hesitated.
But sir, did you say you work or go to school?
I go to school.
You go to school. Okay. If you go to school, I have to assume that you're a relatively intelligent individual, that if you have pain in your jaw that starts in December, you don't wait until the end of August to have it addressed by a medical professional. You don't call somebody who doesn't look like he has a medical degree or a dental degree and say, how are we going to resolve this issue?
Well,
the issue gets resolved by you going to a dentist, having that person write up an evaluation that this was as a result of a blow to the jaw that just happened. It's consistent with being hit in the face. Therefore, this is what I have to do. You don't have none of that.
Yes, I do.
Okay, guys, is it just me or is this guy just mad that he lost the fight? I mean, he wants to call his friend up who kicked him in the face to break up the fight and was like, let's handle this outside of, means, and he can't even talk straight. He has no idea really what he's talking about. He's over here sweating bullets because he knows that he's trying to fight this uphill battle to win something when he doesn't even know what he's trying to fight for. It is so true. If you get injured by somebody in December and then you don't even go to the doctor until August, I mean, come on. I mean, you could have had any injury in between then. You could have literally been to, the carnival and had a jawbreaker and it caused your jaw to feel off. You could have so many different things. You could not brush your teeth and that's why your mouth hurts. I mean, there's so many things that could be a cause of this. If you don't have evidence or proof, then you're about to lose this case, buddy. In my opinion, I do believe that based on the facts that this guy was poking and making fun of this one kid at the party, the kid told him to stop, he wouldn't, he got pushed, and because of the tile, he slipped and fell. He doesn't like to be embarrassed. He doesn't like to be looked at as a beta male. He thinks he's the alpha male, but he is in fact the beta male because he's like, okay, well, let's go fight outside. And then he tries to go for the cheap chokehold and doesn't break the chokehold when he gets tapped out to win the fight, and then he has to get it all broken up. I'm like, dude, this guy, I'm telling you guys, this guy's a problem. In my opinion, I think that's what's going on, but what do you guys think?
Well, let me see it from a medical professional.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what I want to see.
I have before me x-rays and then...
X-rays don't do it for me. I don't read X-rays.
Yes, ma'am. I have a referral from my dentist saying this is likely the course of treatment that I need. And
Just a second. I'll take a look at it, sir, but unless you connect it to something that happened December 9th, you have no case.
Yes, ma'am. I hesitated to bring attention to this situation because me and Ashton live so closely together. I didn't want to form tensions between our two households. We live very closely together.
Very nice.
My family knows
very nice.
it.
You figured you would come from Detroit to Los Angeles. That would be better. Could I play the video, please, before I deal with this very expeditiously?
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Now let me give up. I can't even go to sleep right now. Okay. Dude, Nick. Come on now.
Tap out, Nick. He tapped.
Oh, dude.
He tapped.
I told him he tapped.
Oh, no, that's a kick, sir. That's not a brush with your foot. That's a kick.
That was me trying to get his arms
I
out
don't
of
care
me.
what you were doing. I don't care if you were trying to walk on Mars. That's not what you just described to me. What you just described to me was more like a dance step. That's a kick. And after you kicked him in the mouth, he put his hand over his mouth. Do you understand? You want to see it again?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want you to show me, because I don't want to have to play it back from you. Show me what you did before with your foot. I went like this with a circle. It was
Yeah.
like a pachunga step.
It's like this.
No, that's not that. That's not that. Play it again, Sam. Yep. That went right to his mouth. Okay. No. You can't do that.
All right, so we see the video and clearly he does kick him in the face. That's like a donkey kick to the face if you ask me. Now, do I think that this is warranted for all of this chaos here in California and Judge Judy? I don't think so. In my honest opinion, I think that Judge Judy here is going to be a little bit more aggressive because she doesn't like the violence and she's going to go after the defendant now in this situation. But in my opinion, I feel like, if you're going to be putting someone in a chokehold like that and they're trying to tap out and it's supposed to be a fair fight, if you will. I mean, guys, it's kind of cringe if you ask me. But if that's going to be the case and you're not going to let go, then someone's going to come in and give you a little bit of spanking. And you got the spank into the mouth, if you know what I'm saying. So if you think for 1 second that this is warranted to sue this guy and, blow this whole thing up, I feel like he is just upset and embarrassed because this video probably got posted somewhere and he's a little embarrassed. The other thing I want to note is the kick was a kick to the face, but it wasn't that bad. I feel like I've seen people get hit in the face harder in playing basketball when someone passes the ball to them. I feel like this kick wasn't bad at all, and I don't think this guy really got that much damage because his teeth weren't even taken out. So to be honest, I feel like this guy, the defendant, yeah, he shouldn't have kicked, but I don't think it's worth this whole lawsuit. But what do you guys think?
His problem is he's not going to equate, because I don't know what happened to him between December and August. That doesn't sound intelligent to me. But you're not allowed to do that, so there has to be a consequence for that, sir.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I don't believe that was a kick.
Let's do it again. Why do you think he's holding his mouth? Instead of his arm or his leg or whatever, why do you think he's holding his mouth? That's a kick. Want to do it again? One more time. That's a kick. Nick,
Yeah.
don't smile. You look like an idiot. Okay. I assume you all had a lovely trip to Los Angeles from Detroit. Got to see a couple of sites, did you, Nick? Did you see anything?
I've been to In-N-Out, and that's about it.
Really?
In-N-Out's great. In-N-Out burger was amazing.
I know, I love them myself.
Yeah, we had 3 of them.
Yeah, I know, good. Okay. You can't kick him in the face, do you understand that? It was even a more gratuitous kick than that. Am I not seeing it?
No, you're good.
Do I have to look at it again? I'm looking at your face.
I just think if my friend was in a chokehold and I saw him tap and it didn't seem like a very forceful kick on purpose, but I just think that if my friend was in a chokehold tapped and someone didn't let go, I'd probably do the same thing as the defendant.
Oh, then I would have to yell at you.
Yeah.
Okay. Your problem, sir, is that what you have to do when courts really impose a burden on a plaintiff, and that burden is to show a nexus between an act and an injury. Clearly, there was an act that I believe was unlawful when you got kicked in the face. You put your hand over your mouth as soon as you were kicked. That's clear from the video. But you didn't lose a tooth. You don't have a photograph of a bleeding mouth. You failed to seek medical attention the whole month of December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, until the 3rd week in August. And how do I know whether the trouble that you're feeling in your mouth is not as a result of, let's say, you have TMJ from stress, which causes you difficulty? I can't speculate that whatever happened to you on December 9th, because you didn't do what was necessary for you to sue somebody, I can't impose all of your dental bills on the defendant. If, however, sir, you did the smart thing, which was immediately after this injury happened, went to a dentist and said, I was just kicked in the mouth, although I don't have any loose teeth, I don't have any teeth that fell out, I am having pain in my mouth and I'm having discomfort, and memorialized this incident, then we'd be in business. Some 9 months later, I don't know what's wrong with you. And no dentist told me what's wrong with you. No dentist, no medical professional told me what's wrong with you. All you have is a bill.
I have records right here before me of possible routes of treatment I may need,
What?
which I will need.
I don't care what you will need unless it identifies the reason for that. Unless it identifies what the cause is for your mouth trouble, it's irrelevant to this case, sir.
The issue did not manifest out of thin air.
Oh, yes, certainly, sir. You can wake up in the morning with TMJ. You can wake up in the morning with something wrong with your bite. That can happen to you in a day, a week, a month. I have a father who's a dentist, and my brother's a dentist, and believe me, it can happen at any time. You waited 9 months to complain about something where there was no visible sign of injury in December?
Because
None.
I wanted to work the issue
I don't care
outside
what you
of court.
wanted. But I can tell him that you can't put your hands or your feet on somebody, sir. You understand?
I do understand that. I really wasn't a kick. I was just trying to get him off of Nick Measle.
Well, then you should have gotten down on the floor and tried to pull him by the arms instead of kicking him in the face. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $250. We're done. Thank you very much.
This court is adjourned.
He consented to the wrestling match. I didn't feel him tap out. If I felt him tap out, I would have let go of him.
It wasn't a kick. It was more of trying to get him off Nick Measle here.
It hurt pretty bad. That's about it.
He's always makes a big deal out of everything.
He disregarded me.
I mean, if it was anyone else, he would have given me a pat in the back and said, let's go home. But since it's Danny, we're here in court.
I sort of disagree with you on that one. I know you were just giving him a slap on the wrist, you know, $250 compared to the $6,000 in damages that the plaintiff couldn't prove. But to me, watching that video, I'm trying to place myself in the shoes of the defendant in that moment. And the plaintiff was the one that was angry. He wanted to take it outside. The defendant's witness said he wasn't angry, but he wanted to take it outside. So we took it outside. When you do that, to me, you're assuming the risk of whatever happens to you. And it was clear in the video, we clearly saw the defendant witness tap out when he couldn't breathe. And the plaintiff was not letting go, probably because he was angry.
Your rationale says if you see your friend getting hurt and he tapped out, what if he took out a gun and shot him in the leg?
I don't think
to get him off.
I don't think you can equate deadly force for that situation with what I believe to be a light kick, if you want to call it
But you can't interpret a light kick. If it's a point of law that you're saying you saw a friend that appeared to be in dire circumstances.
Equal force to what's being administered. And a chokehold is a much stronger use of force
But that's
than
between
a
the
kick.
two combatants.
It doesn't matter. You took it too far. He tapped out. You didn't listen. Now you're getting really nervous. And I can imagine the friend getting very nervous. He tapped. He can't breathe. And so what am I to do?
That's an awful lot of machinations that are going through your mind in 1 second, not yours.
No.
In the defendant's mind in 1 second. I'm going to do this. I have to use this. I can use this much force now. He could have gotten down and tried to pull his arms away.
Sure.
Could have done that. It was.
Would you have ruled differently if he had done that and yanked his arm and pulled his shoulder out of his socket? Would you have ruled differently if he had done that?
Listen to me. If the plaintiff would have demonstrated that kick or pulling his arm out of his socket caused injury.
No, I agree.
Caused injury, he would have been
paying the bill.
Paying the bill for that injury.
Even with this kick that I'm viewing as maybe less serious as you are, I think if he could have demonstrated the nexus, I agree he should have still been compensated.
I cannot imagine kicking somebody in the face. I just can't. Even if you're funning, that's why I was asking whether there was any alcohol. And everybody drinks water. They're the only 10 people on earth in Detroit that have a party on a Friday night that don't drink alcohol.
Well, folks, the judge did rule in favor of the plaintiff for a little bit amount of money, which I guess is sort of fair because he did kick the guy in the face. But I also disagree with Judge Judy on this one. I don't think that this kick was warranted for a lawsuit. I feel like in this situation, the plaintiff is mostly at fault because he's the one who brought on this fight to begin with. He's the one that caused the fight to be outside. He's also the one that would not let go of the chokehold when the person was tapping out. So of course, when you go in, you enter into these situations, you are putting yourself in harm's way, knowing that there is something that can happen. He could have gotten injured in the fight. What is he going to do? Sue the guy that, he was choking? What if the guy who he was choking punched him in the face and then all of a sudden he has this injury? To me, I do feel like in this situation, the plaintiff is 100% at fault here, and there's something going on in his head. I mean, you look at him in the eyes and he looked like he was just fuming with anger. So I also don't agree with Judge Judy on this one. I think it was the wrong move. I think she's giving him too much credit by even giving any sort of medical bill paying here. I also do think that if he was able to prove immediate damages from a doctor, then he would have to pay 100%. But since there wasn't, then in my opinion, I think the lawsuit is insane and crazy, especially if all you're getting out of it is $200 and some In-N-Out cheeseburgers. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Whose side are you on? Judge Judy? Are you on the plaintiff side? The defendant side? I want to know your thoughts. Let me know.